Indian Air Force's flagship AMCA project is set for a massive defense boost. AMCA, the cornerstone of India's future air combat strategy, will become the first major fighter jet manufacturing project in India to get a private sector boost. Conglomerates Larsen & Toubro and Tata Advanced Systems are leading the race to play a pivotal role in the manufacturing of India's indigenous fifth-generation stealth jet for the Indian Air Force, with AMCA expected to roll out of production lines by 2034. The announcement of private sector partnership and participation was recently disclosed at Aero India 2025, where a full-scale model of the AMCA was also displayed to the Indian public for the very first time. While the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has been given the tender for manufacturing the first batch of 40 AMCA Mk1, the more advanced version or AMCA Mark IIs, a total of 80 of them initially, will require maximum production priority. The Ministry of Defense is deliberating on the establishment of a special purpose vehicle order to facilitate the development of the AMCA Mk2s. To streamline this system, the SPV will entail a collaboration between key stakeholders of the project like the HAL and the DRDO, along with private manufacturing giants. So AMCA could have public as well as private production lines to boost deliveries. Such collaboration could also lead to establishment of India's own global aerospace giants on the lines of American Lockheed Martin or Boeing. Now, such partnership would bring cutting-edge manufacturing technologies to the AMCA project. Reportedly, discussions are underway to officially enroll both Larsen & Toubro as well as Tata Advanced Systems in the AMCA project. The Aeronautical Development Agency has also asked private companies to take part in the production of structural parts for the AMCA. If outsourced to such capable private companies, this will make the production process faster and more efficient. On the other hand, Indian private manufacturing firms will have a platform to showcase their expertise and expand their footprint in the global defense manufacturing industry. Now, all eyes are waiting for an official announcement by the Prime Minister Modi government to private industry involvement. The Defense Ministry under Rajnath Singh has issued an expression of interest to industry, and 3 responses have already been received. The AMCA project is gaining even more momentum with an eye on both adversaries, China and Pakistan, with both of them acquiring fleets of 5th-generation stealth fighters. China already flies more than 200 J-20s, its flagship project meant to compete with Americans in the South China Sea and the Indo-Pacific. China also stationed a few J-20s in occupied Tibet near the Indian border in Sikkim. Pakistan, meanwhile, is also acquiring nearly 40 Chinese J-35 jets. In such a scenario, Indian Air Force faces a pressing need for a few squadrons at least of proven stealth fighters. Now, both global superpowers, United States of America and Russia, have offered India their latest stealth fighter jets, the F-35 and Sukhoi 57 respectively. Now, while New Delhi may decide to purchase either of these options as a stopgap solution, the focus remains on the development of the indigenous AMCA jet. The first AMCA prototype is expected to be complete as early as next year or latest by 2027, as the design phase of the AMCA is reportedly ready. The project director of the AMCA confirmed last week that ADA wants to develop 5 AMCA prototypes, and the first flight of AMCA will take place in 2028. He further added, quote, "The full stealth AMCA aircraft program was sanctioned by the government in April 2024. The total duration of the development phase is 10 years. The aircraft will be certified by 2032, and the plan is for induction in the Indian Air Force will be 2034, unquote. In March last year, India formally joined the race to develop a true 5th-generation stealth combat aircraft as the IAF rushes to join the likes of the United States of America, Russia and China. Worth over 15,000 crore rupees, this project development has been undertaken by the DRDO. Meanwhile, much will depend on the HAL, which will manufacture the first few squadrons of the AMCA. The HAL is already stretched thin by multiple projects, including the first batch of 83 Tejas Mk1As, a follow-up order of 97 Tejas Mk1As is in the pipeline, as well as production of nearly 6 squadrons of the bigger Tejas Mark IIs. Now, the HAL is already 2 years behind schedule on the Tejas Mk1A fighter jet deliveries and has faced criticism from none other than IAF Chief Amarpreet Singh. The agency has promised to boost manufacturing and speed up deliveries to meet the timeline. DK Sunil, the HAL chairman, recently spoke on the supply chain issues for the GE F404 engines intended to power the Tejas Mark 1As. Sunil added, quote, "They are having some supply chain issues, which is the outcome of the COVID-19 related shutdown of industries. So they are having to recertify parts. They have assured us that they will do their best to ensure that our program is not impacted," unquote. GE F404 engine deliveries will now begin in April 2025, 2 years behind schedule. Now, even the first few squadrons of the AMCA will be powered by GE F414 engines alongside the Tejas Mark IIs, and this highlights why India cannot afford a similar delay with the AMCA project. Hence, the pressing need to include Indian private conglomerates into the AMCA production chain. Eventually, the Indian Air Force plans to induct nearly 200 AMCA stealth fighters. Meanwhile, India will soon decide on the engine partner for the AMCA to co-develop and manufacture a 110 kilonewton engine. France's Safran is leading the race alongside GE Aerospace and UK's Rolls-Royce. The aim is for AMCA Mk2 to be capable of supersonic cruising capabilities without the need of afterburners. It seems likely that private industry leaders like Tata alongside Larsen & Toubro will have a major role to play in India's flagship defense manufacturing project. What do you believe? Is it time for India to have major private aerospace manufacturing titans? India is set to acquire 26 Rafale Marine fighter jets in a 60,000 crore rupee deal. The sophisticated jets, specially meant for carrier operations, will add punch to the Navy's strike capability on board INS Vikrant, while adding strength to the Indian Air Force's existing fleet of Rafale. The contract comprises 22 single-seat and 4 twin-seat trainer versions with strengthened landing gear and tail hooks for smooth carrier landings. The buddy-buddy refueling system is a major enhancement, enabling these Rafale to refuel mid-air, doubling mission range. With deliveries to be made within 4 years, this purchase enhances India's strategic leverage in the Indian Ocean region, backing its defense stance in response to shifting regional challenges. Alexander Maxishev, co-managing director of BrahMos Aerospace, revealed that the company is displaying its advanced hypersonic missile system at the Naval Defense Exhibition and Conference, or NAVDEX 2025. On the show, the firm introduced its BrahMos supersonic cruise missile together with the newly advanced BrahMos MA, which is more lightweight and sophisticated. Maxishev underscored that their missiles, which travel at 3 times the speed of sound, can be launched from ground, ocean and air with better tactical maneuverability. Looking back on its heritage, he pointed out that BrahMos Aerospace was founded in 1998 and successfully fired its first missile in 2001. India is developing its military drone technology at a rapid pace, with the Defense Research and Development Organization, or the DRDO, taking the lead. A key development is the Trinetra UAV for surveillance, reconnaissance and tactical missions. The quadcopter form allows vertical takeoff and landing, which is perfect for hilly and mountainous terrain. Its sensor technology allows live intelligence gathering even in low visibility environments. The Indian Army's recent order of nearly 700 Trinetra drones highlights a major push towards indigenous defense technology. Additionally, DRDO is developing stealth UAVs, long-endurance Rustam drones, loitering munitions, and next-generation weaponized drones like Archer NG. With advanced UAVs, India can enhance its security while minimizing foreign technology dependence. Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button, and subscribe to Inconnect News.